2019 and live. Hello, welcome, and happy Monday, and welcome to another episode of the Couch Cooperative. We're here playing through another rendition, another session in our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign, The Curse of Strahd. Thank you.
Hello.
How dare you sneeze on me?
Oh, damn.
I'm just kidding. Bless you. We are currently playing through the campaign. Don't have any major announcements like as a group, so we hope you guys enjoy this session. If you do, go ahead and drop a like the video, subscribe to the channel, all the things that you're supposed to do. Drop a comment. I'll respond to you. It's cool. And all that fun stuff. So thank you guys so much, and let's without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So last we left off, our party, well, half of our party had taken the opportunity to break into the Wachter house, the home of Fiona Wachter and her sons Nikolai and Carl. Family of Dima Wachter. And
yeah, but not my home.
It was Jude Twiceborn, our reborn wizard, and then Romulus Pythia, who was our bard, our changeling bard. The two of them broke into the Wachter house and were surprised to find it deathly vacant, minus a couple small instances. Not a Wachter to be found upon entry until you arrived you went up to the second floor and kind of started to see these apparitions of a young Dima Wachter and his younger sister, who is unnamed. You had found some secret hidden compartments, like secret rooms, and were able to take a few things. Took several things, including a grimoire, a poetry tome, a genealogy of the Wachter family, some sealed scrolls, which you still have sealed, a lot of gold, then the bones of Leo Delisnia, which was a person that pretty much the main entry of the Wachter family history, the way that the genealogy works, talks about how Lavina Wachter helped catch him, because he was one of the few nobles that rebelled against Strahd. She helped catch him, and they entombed him she pretty much trapped him in a tomb until he was dead. And so that's kind of how that all worked out. And she kept the bones in a chest, which you guys found. You guys also found the decomposing body of Dima's father, Lord Nikolai Wachter the First, and also had found, trapped inside of a room, kind of imprisoned, a incredibly deranged, a mad young lady Wachter, Dima's younger sister, who's gone absolutely nuts. For what reason, you're not certain, but she's being warded inside of the Wachter home, and it's unable to get her out. So you guys did not want to risk keeping yourselves there and risk getting caught and worse, so you left her there with the recognition that something will have to be done, and you guys will have to find some way to free her and get her out. You guys have returned back to Dima and kind of woken him up and told him a bit about what you saw and what happened and everything. And that was kind of where we left it. That was in the wee hours of the morning, and so you guys had gotten the opportunity to get a long rest. But we don't start at the Blue Water Tavern, which is the tavern that you're currently, or the Blue Water Inn, which is where you're currently staying. We start amidst the roadways of Vallaki. There's a man, a bit of an older gentleman, who's kind of walking amongst the crowd with a claw. His hands are gloved, and he's holding onto a cane. It's a very intricate looking cane, with a top head of that of an eagle, and he's kind of walking around with it underneath his arm, and he's not holding on to it, but it's about right here, And so he's got his arm kind of squeezed down to one side, and he's got a kind of a cup, which he seems to kind of occasionally switch over to his other hand and take drinks from, and then put it back to where he can converse with people, exchange some stuff, and he's kind of walking around doing some business. And he's constantly watching people. He's looking around at everyone, seeing what they do, seeing how they react, whether it's to him or to other people, and he's just got this eye that is just inquisitive in many ways. And he walks directly into someone, kind of bumps into their shoulder on accident as he turns around. He was currently looking at this wagon. This cart was getting pulled by, and there was probably more stuff for the festival, he thinks to himself. And the wagon goes by and kind of drives past the inn, and as he sees that completely go, he moves in the other direction from where his head was trailing, and so he doesn't see that he bumps into someone. And Jude, you're actually the person that he bumps into. So as he turns around fully with this cup in his hand, he accidentally spills his entire cup onto you, and it was a bit of a morning ale, which he kind of spills across you. And as that happens, everything kind of spills. It's a big mess. He kind of drops the cup immediately, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My apologies, sir. I completely apologize for everything." And he kind of pulls out like a handkerchief, and he kind of like puts it on like your shirt. Like, it's really weird. You can tell he's trying to be like help. He's like, I was following the trailway of the wagon. I completely missed you. Walk behind me. I had no idea. Sir, sir, I'm so sorry. So sorry. My apologies. My apologies.
It's okay. Just stop pressing me with the towel. You're just pressing the ale into my linens.
Oh yes, quite right. Yes, quite. So, my apologies on that. My apologies for my ignorance of linen care. My wife tends to take care of all of that for me, so I've had no need to learn any. I'm so sorry. Do I need to buy you a new shirt? There would be no problem.
No, you're perfectly okay.
I thank you for your grace and your mercy, Lord. I didn't get your name. I'm so sorry.
Love this guy. Isn't there a spell that... Wait, is Dima there? Am I there?
You are there. You're just walking out of the tavern, out of the inn, and you walk out the front door, and you see... and I need you to go ahead and make a sleight of hand roll for me real quick. Before Jude answers this question, I didn't get your name. What'd you roll?
11.
An 11. You walk outside of the Blue Water Inn, immediately walking out of the front door, and you can see that Jude is in the middle of talking to someone. It looks like there's a bit of an altercation. Nothing hostile, nothing violent, nothing getting aggressive, but definitely something just happened.
Hear his voice?
The person that he's speaking with, you immediately know right away. You know that this is a ruse. You know that this is a front. That this guy is not being, and you're hearing him speak a little bit. So that you hear this like, I didn't get your name, or like, I'm so sorry. You kind of hear a bit of that ending there, and you look directly at the face of someone that serves your mother, that works for her. Ernst Larnack is currently in front of Jude, speaking to him. And because of your sleight of hand roll, you do not have the time to quickly turn and kind of like hide yourself from this man. If you wanted to, you don't have the time to do so. And you see as Larnack turns and looks at you as you're kind of walking out, and he does a double take for a second. And then turns and looks back at Jude and goes, I'm sorry, I didn't quite get your name.
Wait, so he saw me too then?
He does a double take. And everyone else is kind of out now and around with you guys. So you're all kind of roughly together. Jude's talking to this dude.
My name's Jude. Okay, wait. Last question. Am I surrounded by any of the other party members right now?
Yeah. You would have Helena and Romulus walking out of the tavern with you, but it's hard to ascribe like, oh, he's with them. You guys are just walking out at the same time.
Okay, wait. All right, wait. But it would be clear to Dima, right, that Jude had walked in before Dima and the rest of the party walked in. So
You guys are outside. Yeah, so walked out.
Oh, walked outside. Sorry.
Jude was alone.
Like have been interacting, and then now Dima and the rest, Dima, Romulus, and Omar walked outside.
Yeah.
And do we look like we're attached with Jude already, or do we look like we're kind of separate from?
You do not, but you had no time to move yourself off to the side. So it's like this guy sees you, and you definitely see him do the double take to give you a good honest look.
No. That's fine. That's fine. Because what? Oh man. Okay. Well. All right.
So back to Jude.
I'm gonna tell you what I want to do,
okay.
And then you can tell me if it's gonna derail what you think is gonna happen with Larnak here. Because if it is, then I'm not gonna do it. But if it is,
I'll worry about that. We'll worry about that as we get. What I
want to do is turn around and thank Romulus and Omar. What's Omar's character's name again? I'm so sorry.
Helena.
What the hell?
If you look in the voice channel, you might be able to see the names. I made sure to nickname everyone so it's easier to see.
No, I know. I did it. Okay, so Romulus and Helena. What I want to do is I want to turn around and thank them and be like, "Thank you so much for buying me drinks from this establishment. It was so wonderful. You guys are great, awesome, wonderful adventurers. Thank you for helping me. Have a good night." And then I want to pretend to
it's the morning.
Pull away. It's the morning?
Yeah, so do you want to say goodnight?
I could.
Yeah, do it,
okay.
Dude.
Go ahead and make your performance roll. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and give you advantage because you are a drunk. Not because you're currently drunk, but because you are one.
Oh, cool.
So playing off what that would look like would come more naturally to you because it's not a state.
He doesn't know. It's his natural state.
Well, it's not. Yeah, you've been drinking yourself away for the past several months before the party showed up. So it's not something that you have to really force.
You've been kind of being a whole degenerate for the last fucking few months. So you're pretty good at this kind of thing.
If you watch the show Breaking Bad, you're basically Walter White upon finding out you have cancer, but before he starts cooking meth. You're in that little part of the show. That's where you're at.
So what you say by the end of Strahd, Dima could be Barovia's Walter White, right?
Oh, I don't know about that. There's no chicken stores here that you can blow up.
That's smart.
Some blue magic crystals.
Yeah.
I got a 19 and it's a flat. I have no bonus.
Okay, so you guys, so for Helena and Romulus, and we're gonna get to Jude back here in a second. It appears to you the minute that Dima walks out of the front door with you guys out into the roads of Vallaki, that his demeanor immediately changes, that his whole posture, his whole composure changes to that of an incredibly inebriated man. Dude now looks incredibly drunk and is slurring his words and speaking in a way as if he'd been drinking for 5 hours straight, and yet you know that he just woke up alongside you guys.
Friends, you're great friends.
So then going to Jude. Jude, he's like, I didn't quite catch your name. I'm sorry.
My name is Jude.
Oh, Jude. Thanks. Again, my apologies, Jude. And he goes ahead and takes his cane and plops it onto the ground. If you are staying for the Festival of the Blazing Sun, might I wish to make up for it by grabbing you a refreshment or a meal upon the night. But without further ado, I will leave you be, Lord Jude, and I wish you a great morning and a great day, my sir. And make sure that you don't let the bats bite. And he gives you a little bit of a bow and hurries off. Picks his cane up and kind of hurries back off. Leaves the cup. Just leaves it on the floor.
Wait, he spoke in his real voice?
Nope.
Oh.
Wait, he left his...
He just left the cup on the ground. He picks up his cane, puts it back in, and just walks off.
Could I... Sir, your cup.
He kind of turns back around to you. Did you pick it up?
I'll pick it up and hand it to him.
Okay. He goes ahead and grabs the cup from you. He's like, oh, thank you so much. And he clasps your forearm. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay. You messed up, man.
This is a contested roll, by the way.
Damn, dude, what you gonna get, dude? Beyblade. It's a Beyblade fight. 17.
Could I
17.
use Gift of Gab to make him forget?
To make who forget?
To make the dude forget about what he just said to Katray, so that maybe Katray... I guess Katray doesn't know no one knows it's happening, never mind.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Katray, he also rolled a 17, and so beats it, my friend. You notice as he grabs onto your forearm that he casts a very subtle incantation that kind of catches you off guard for a moment. And it seems to be it seems to be something that is designed to mark something. It's probably pretty easy to dispel if you wanted it, but you know that it's been cast. You know he subtly has done it, so you have the opportunity to play it off as if you don't know that it's to kind of keep your composure and play it off like nothing's happened, or you are free to press him. But you know that it's happened, and you know that he subtly has done this.
Okay. You just put a mark on me. Do I know what type of mark it is?
You haven't seen this type of magic get used, but it doesn't seem to be something that's incredibly powerful. It looks like a pretty simplistic marking spell.
Before he can pull away, because you said he grasped my forearm.
Yeah, it clasps onto your forearm to kind of shake your hand and then takes the cup out of it.
I want to tighten my grip on his forearm, and then I'll lean in. I also know quite a bit of things about spells. And I know you just did one. You want to explain to me what you just did?
He looks at you and looks down at his forearm. And he kind of picks himself up again, but this time his voice is a little different.
Oh no, dude.
You're very perceptive, you. I like that. I was testing you, you see. My benefactor is quite interested in you. Being a stranger, specifically, to Vallaki, there may be some work opening for someone with your talents. And with that, and he goes ahead and puts his hands kind of up to his side, I'll drop the incantation. There's no harm, no foul. Well done. If you're truly interested, and he pulls out a small slip, ask for Lady Fiona Voctor. And he hands you the slip. And then he grabs onto his cane and says, au revoir. And then
I'd like to check for deception in that statement.
I allow you to do so with disadvantage because you're not like huddling around them.
Sure. Oh, I guess, yeah, that's fair. Ooh! 21.
21? Damn.
I rolled a 19, and I have the bard bonus.
Did you roll with disadvantage?
Oh, fuck. You're right. My bad, Ethan.
No,
Thank you.
You're good.
Okay, but I didn't add all my bonuses to the first one. So I rolled a 13 for this one, and my dex is a 15, so that's plus 2. So that's 15, and then I have...
It should be, for deception, because you're trying to save these, it should be insight, so it should be wisdom.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, but I still have a... Okay, wisdom. That's a plus 0. But so I got a 15, right? Because I have 15. The bard thing that lets me have a plus... Oh, wait, it's only a plus 1, because it's half.
Yeah.
So it's a 14.
14.
So, okay.
Based on what he's saying and the way he's carrying himself, you don't... I mean, now that his, like, kind of whole body posture kind of changes, you get an idea that he was putting on a show. Like, he was putting on some form of, like, a character when you first saw him speaking with Jude, and that seems to have gone. And so you don't detect any further deception.
Okay.
And then he picks up his cane, turns around as his entire body posture changes, and he just walks off.
Did he remove the incantation? Okay. That wasn't like a fib? Um, what was going on there?
Something to do with Dima's mother.
That's not a good sign, considering what we were up to last night.
I'm gonna hand you the piece of paper, Romulus.
I'll gently grab it from him and check it out.
Yeah, it's a small scroll, so you just have to unbind a little like twine, and when you unfurl it, it's like maybe about this long. It's just simple instructions that says that there's a very important task that Lady Fiona Wachter is interested in contracting, and that she needs people of incredible skill and talent in order to pull it off. It doesn't have any additional information, but says that if you're interested, to head to the Wachter house in order to inquire further.
I'm gonna roll the scroll back up, kind of get it all sorted, and well, obviously we can't actually do any work for her with what we know now, but maybe we could use this to our advantage. My only concern is, well, what if she knows that it was us that broke into her house? Then we could be walking right into a trap.
Ethan, during this time, Dima had snuck off to a separate alleyway, right?
Yeah, if immediately after he starts to head off and give him the cup, you want to
He doesn't
split
go
up.
far. He doesn't go far.
Okay, go ahead and make a sleight of hand roll, though, to see whether or not you've done so out of the eye shot of the rest of the party.
Oh, man, baby. Oh, man. 23.
23. It beats everyone's passive perception. No one was... yeah, as far as everyone else, Dina's just suddenly walked off.
Scott drunk with this. Pretty much. But you guys keep talking. I was just making sure.
I'm also worried that... I mean, he clearly must have been out looking for us, right? The people who have... You know... I shouldn't say it out here in daylight.
Well, I think this is the only lead we really have.
Well, we haven't given what we found to the, lovely family that runs the bar here. The tavern yet. They might have some kind of insight for us. At least maybe we should go check that out before we delve into those dark arts.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Alright, well... That really worries me. Well, I guess... I'd like to go in and talk with the owners of this tavern, so if anyone would like to join me, you're welcome. But that's where I'll be off to.
Okay, so you head right back into the Blue Water Inn, and currently head up to the bar, which is being tended again by Danica Martikov, which was the wife of the Martikov family here. And she sees you guys kind of like walk back in, but she really doesn't pay you any attention because it's the middle of the morning and not too much business happens at this time. And you guys have a room, so come and go. You get the impression it is what it is. So you make your way over to her, and by the time you've approached the bar is when she kind of picks herself up a little bit and says, "How can I help you this morning?"
Did Helena come inside?
Yeah.
I'll go with you.
I would say the three of you did.
Okay.
Wait, no, I went to go grab Dima.
Where?
But do you know where he's at? Yeah.
I would spend the time looking for him.
Okay, make a perception roll. It's contesting his 25.
What? No, I said I didn't go far, dude. I didn't go far. It's just like one quick corner, man. That was it.
You're just really stealthy
What'd you roll?
behind that one corner.
17.
17. It takes you a total of 3 minutes of looking because you don't decide to look by the nearest road, and there's no alleyways really because this is more of like a bigger town. So there's no like city streets or anything like that. It's like roadways and houses that are lined up next to each other, and you just don't even think that like he just would have turned the corner of the closest building and have just stood behind it. So you're like you walk down a little bit and then you kind of come back and you like walk down the other way a little bit and then you come back and then you kind of like peek over and you're like, oh. And then you make so we'll get to you guys in a second. But back inside, so Romulus and Helena, Danica, has asked how she can help you.
Is it just me, or does Demas feel like he should be a dwarf? I feel like Demas should be a dwarf.
Shifty little bug.
I
This
got-
guy.
Man.
Dwarf rogue. What a tale.
He's a Barovian, dude. He's a Barovian. I mean, I guess, well... No, well, I mean...
Well, you're a drunk, dude.
But I have heard of Russian dwarves, so... Tieflings are also Russian sometimes. I think
Well,
that depends on the region.
well, I'll kind of nervously put my kind of not too aggressively, but put my hands against the counter on the bar, and I'll say, well, we found quite the interesting supply that might allow you to give a cheaper deal to your patrons. I was wondering if we could talk behind closed doors, business and all.
You want to speak with my husband?
Yeah, I would love to. It would be an honor.
There's no honor in Barovia. That does not exist. What do you think Irvin can help you with?
Well, we found...
We should go button down.
We believe Irvin to be very knowledgeable of the local trade routes, and I believe he might be able to give some insight on some inside knowledge we've got.
Doing note on music player. Music.
Very well. She goes ahead and carries herself off to the kitchen. And after like a couple minutes, you hear like the murmur of conversation, but can't make out any words. He pushes the door open, kind of pokes his head out, and steps out of the door frame.
Oh?
Donica said you wanted to talk to me.
Oh, I would love to. I believe there's tons of money in this proposal. May we talk privately? Helena, my dearest friend here, she's my partner. If she could come with us, she has some extremely valuable information.
He walks over, kind of pulls up the little like gate thing that's in the bar that kind of like opens upwards to walk past the counter. Goes to the door, flips his open sign to closed, and then locks his door.
Oh my god. I don't know anything, y'all.
Take a seat.
Lost.
I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna look at Helena.
And he kind of leans
And I'll
up
sit.
against, like he puts his back to the bar and kind of leans up against it.
Helena, these are our friends. And now that we are in private, I think I can speak open and honestly.
Mm-hmm.
You put a lot of
We
weight
have a-
if you wish to speak open and honestly, clandestinely in Barovia.
Well, we've come to learn that a lot of your claims are true. Especially about a lot of the evil things going on here. At least in this town. We have stumbled upon some belongings to the is it? I almost said Velaki. Is it? It's not. What? Not
The Vokters.
Voctors. Sorry. The Voctors. I'm just gonna start taking stuff out. Like, I'll take the family emblem out.
He puts a firm hand on your hand as you go to grab an item, and he goes, "Your faith in me may be misplaced. You start showing me things you've stolen from the Voctors. You implicate me and my entire family against a crime that we have not committed. I'm not willing to risk my family to see such things. Plausible deniability. If you've stolen anything from that fell bitch, I will not see it. Until I have a gauge of what it is you are trying to do with this. I will not be some pawn to sell off stolen goods."
Oh my mom.
I apologize. That was not. I didn't mean any of this. In fact, to be quite honest, I don't have anything good to offer you. This wasn't. I don't have any money to make you. But I'm trying to help this town. I'm trying to help the citizens of this town because I'm not Barovian and I haven't been beaten down by the cruelty of this land yet. And what we discovered.
You've made.
Well, what we've discovered, as I'm sure your family has known for a long time, is horrendous. The things going on in that house, there was I won't even say, but you remember the daughter, the daughter that they had once.
Yes, little Stella. She.
I'm gonna put.
She had experienced a lot of trauma when her father passed away, and ever since then she was incredibly broken. Practically not the same girl.
They have her locked in a room, chained to the bed.
I've heard she's gone mad. What you say is potentially for her own well-being.
You think it's her fault? You know what the Wagners. You. Okay.
I know
All
nothing
right.
that cannot be proven. If she is locked away inside some room in the Voctor house, after everything that she's gone through and the one incident that she had when she violently attacked the villager, it'll only appear to most people that her mother has taken the necessary precautions to both make sure that she's safe, not just from the things that she may harm, but also from herself.
Wait, you said that she attacked a villager before?
She went quite mad.
So hard.
Some villager had bumped into her, and she set upon him like a rabid dog, clawed his eyes out. It was a horrid thing. He survived, but it was quite, forever changed, having lost both eyes in the attack. Ever since then, we have not seen her roam the streets. We assumed that she had been sent back to Kretsk.
Well, alright, none of that's good enough for you then. What about the books detailing the intertwinedness of this family in Strahd? What about the family history, the records? Or what about the book The Devil We Know, or the Grimoire of the Four Quarters by Devastis? I'm not sure if you've ever heard of books.
I have not heard of those names, no. I'm not an avid reader at all. I can say for certain that rumors have been spread that Lady Voctor, after her husband's death, had started to, as the villagers would put it, the bitch has consorted with devils. The veracity of that is a little bit harder to prove. These books, if they are absolutely true, that you have found them inside of the Voctor home, which again puts you in a very difficult position in this town. That's a difficult thing to provide solid proof for. It does create a very reasonable suspicion, though. Have you read either of these tomes?
I have. Wait, did I?
Not fully, no.
I haven't had the time to read through them fully. I've just skimmed, but...
If you want anything to implicate her, that would be a great place to start.
Do you have faith that if we stand in front of this town with undeniable evidence that they will stand with us against her.
That is difficult to say. That is difficult to say.
Is the local priest a good man, as far as you know? Is he trustworthy?
Father Petrovich. He is.
Yes.
As far as I've known him, Lucian has a kind soul. Very good, noble. But something is felt off at St. Andros. Not sure of why, but it is
Oh my
changed.
god. You didn't hear. Oh, it's connecting. I believe the Lady Wagner is giving him money of some sort, or funding, or something of the... I believe it... I can't remember exactly. I thought maybe it had something to do with the festival going on in a few days, but I'm not quite sure.
And you think the two are
Yes,
conspiring?
I know you're well aware of the horrors here. I know, I'm aware you haven't been inside of that house, but maybe you might be desensitized to it all, but I didn't even... They've got Lord Wagner in a... They've preserved his body, and he's laying there in bed uncovered. They've got the bones of some man they never wanted revived, locked in a chest. They've got...
Some level of proof of these things.
We took them. Not Lord Wagner, but the bones we've taken. We've took. I'm gonna look at Helena. Helena, I promise you we can trust these people.
He kind of chuckles a bit, and Irvin looks at you and goes, "Boy, you've placed a lot of faith in me. Is worth everything you've told me. I have more than enough evidence to go to the Burgomaster, Lady Wagner herself, and have you all strung up and quartered. So your faith in us is a bit more well placed than in hope. You've given me more than enough I need to take you down if I felt the need to, and you're trusting entirely on the presumption that I am a good person, and I can tell you in Borovia that there's no such thing. But what you have said to some degree does disturb me. But that's not much I can act on. I will forget that we've had this conversation. And I have not seen anything. And so therefore I cannot testify to having seen any stolen items if you guys have truly broken into the Wagner house.
Man, that ain't how it goes, man.
If you happen to acquire something more concrete that would necessitate the removal of Lady Wagner, the Burgomaster would be someone you would want to inquire about that, seeing as our current Burgomaster, Vargas Volokovich, has a reputable hatred for the Wagners.
Oh. I have...
That hatred is mutual and shared. The Wagners have such a hatred for the Volokoviches. The two have been feuding for political power for the past few fortnights.
I just have one question. I know you've
Sure.
you've done a lot by even just hearing me out, and I appreciate that. But is there any this festival going on in 2-3 days? There's something off with it. What's going on here? Do you know anything about this? Any inside detail more than the local peasant would know?
The festival of the Blazing Sun is one of the few opportunities we have here in Vallaki to distract ourselves from the dangers of the darkness that surrounds us. We've done it every year. Nothing, to my knowledge, is occurring nefariously. If it is a front for something, then you would need proof of that. But I heard that a traveling jester of sorts, a circus man, has decided to bless us this year. I can't remember his name though, but I believe he arrived not less than half a day ago.
Do you know his whereabouts?
It'll be somewhere around here. I imagine if he was anywhere hanging out and about, that you would probably find him closer towards the toy shop.
The clown at the toy shop. Well, that's quite a surprise.
He's not a jester of sorts, but not specifically along that line. But yes, Blinsky's Toys would be a good place to check. He might be hanging out around, not at there, I don't think, but somewhere around there.
You said Valinsky.
Blinsky with a B.
And then the Burgermaster. You said that they're the Valinsky.
No, Vargas Valakovich.
Valakovich. All right. All right. Thank you very much. I'm glad we were able to talk marvelous business deals. And
we did not have such conversation today. That conversation has not happened. You did not speak with me, and we have not met each other today. This, and he goes over to the door and flips the sign back to open and unlocks. Have a great day, sir. Thank you so much for your patronage.
Thank you, madame, for serving us last night. I appreciate it, and I'm not going to even acknowledge him.
Yeah, Danica nods her head, and he looks at you
And
as you
I'll
walk
leave.
by and goes, "Well done. You will survive long here," and then closes the door behind you.
Damn.
Jude, you turn the corner and see Dima standing behind the building.
Dima. He took 3 minutes to find me, right?
Yes.
How
What's your
drunk-
current appearance? You're not drunk at all. You were playing it off. What would be your appearance?
But what I was gonna say was, how drunk could Dima have gotten in those 3 minutes with a full flask of alcohol?
Roll a d20. Let me know if you get an odd number or an even number.
Okay, it's a natural 20.
A natural 20, so I'll let you choose, which I'm assuming that means you're going to say you had a full flask of alcohol, or whether or not you actually filled up your flask with ale.
No, Dima, for Dima, that's a default.
Because
yes.
you're a drunk, you have enough to put on a slight buzz.
Gosh darn it. So just a slight buzz?
Yeah, you're used. This is like flirting. One flask of ale is like flirting. For
And you said
you're not even at foreplay yet.
you said Dima? So when you say Dima will turn and look at you, and he'll go, Jude. But you notice he's kind of like sweating a little. He's got like 1 or 2 beads dripping down his face. He wears a shirt, so like his pitties, you can see a little bit of sweat around the pitties, you know. You just look stressed. You look super stressed and like anxious. Why did you run off? I have a history with the man you spoke to. What do you know of him? And I would rather not go into detail. But I will say that man is definitely trouble for me, for you, for anybody in this part. What did he say? And he kind of, when he says that, he's a little bit up. He's like, wait, what did he say? And then when you say that, he backs. What up? Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Apparently, your mother wants to contract something.
I won't go.
Just
I won't go back. You won't convince me to go back. I won't go back.
be good.
Pep starts like twitching. Has the most information. Of course I have. My name is Dimitri. I know Fort's story. Every misfortune of that household. And he gets angry now. He's like, and I won't go back. I won't do it. My name is Dima now. Dmitri Balakovich died the day that's... I won't say her name. I'm sorry. I meant Wachter, bro. I said Balakovich. I meant Wachter the whole time. Ethan, too. I meant
Bro, I was
Wachter.
straight drunk.
I meant Wachter. The whole time. Yeah, the whole time. No, because I keep thinking of Balaki, dude. Sorry, I meant Wachter. So imagine the whole thing over again, but with Wachter. My bad, dude. My bad.
But you probably want to visit the home to check up on your sister.
She's not there. I know she's not.
She 100%. Me and Romulus did check us.
Prove it.
I was
True.
staring at.
Prove it.
We were quite literally.
Yeah, I was staring at your sister last night too. It doesn't.
You know, she didn't speak a single word that made any sense except for your name. Escape. The rest was gibberish.
Emma, he looks at you, he looks you in the eye. And actually, you know what? Dima's gonna walk up to you and he's gonna grab your shoulder. And he's, are you sure? Are you positive that's my sister?
I know it seems like you've been some sort of, which I do understand. Obviously, I'm relatively young.
My friend, I'm fine. I have the drink. But my sister. He said, my sister. When?
Most definitely. We saw some sort of mirages while we were there. So painting. We were painting a canvas in the library.
I'm going to believe you, but if you are lying to me, my friend, I will help Strahd kill you before he kills me. He will kill me, but I will help him kill you first.
What?
But I will believe you.
I mean, you help us.
No, I will help him. If you are lying to me, if you are not, and my friend, I apologize.
She's being held in a cell.
That's a loose way of describing it.
I have. Wait, what'd you say?
That's a loose way of describing it.
I'm gonna say. Dima says, I haven't been back in many years, so we will need a plan. And I presume, since you know she's there, that you saw many other things of the household, and so I assume that you and the other co-conspirators have a plan. I hope, my friend.
Well, actually, I don't have a plan, but we can definitely come up with one. Get back to our party.
No, I expected that. We there may be one or two tricks that I still need. But yeah, we go and join them.
and we'll go back.
God damn it! I'm so mad. I said.
You guys walk up to the front door of the Blue Water Inn, where the other two members of the group, Romulus and Helena, are leaving. And the four of you are now fully reconvened outside the tavern. The day has just begun for you all.
Everyone, we've got places to be. We've got leads. All right. Let's head to the Burgermaster. The Burger. How do you say it?
Meister.
This isn't the time for food. We don't have to find a burger master.
No, this is the sheriff. This is the policing of this city, this town.
Governor.
And we need to go there, as I'm sure Dima knows. The Wagners and them have quite a long history.
What would be your goal with the Burgermaster? What would be your intention going to him?
Giving him the evidence.
What evidence?
I mean, we found human bones in there.
Wait, the burger.
So you're proving that you broke into someone's home and stole some bones.
So if we read the books, are there going to be evidence? What the
Then
fuck?
you prove that you broke into the homes and stole some books. You gotta have something concrete that.
What
like
is concrete?
And that's what you have to figure out.
The bones of Leo.
But right now, you don't have.
The letter.
You only have concrete evidence for you
Oh!
guys because you guys saw everything in fullness. You were
Does
there.
the
you
letter? What does the
experienced it
Wachter
all.
letter say?
Wait, wouldn't the letter be good? Because it basically confirmed that they killed Leo. What's his name?
Leo Delisnia?
Yeah. The Delicious.
Delisnians. Right,
Did a good-
so that would be the letter that you guys had found inside of the Wachter house. Let me just go back to its little transcription here for a second. And within there,
Easy.
inside
To be Russian, you simply just
You get a photo guys and picture of snow. A lot
yeah,
of fun.
yeah.
He was wearing a Shanta.
studying your fruit.
It's
7, but then all of a sudden you're a Russian now.
the old letter that you have to Lady Lavina Wachter is from Lord Vasily von Holtz that thanks Lavina for her hospitality, her loyalty, and her friendship over the years. The only thing that drew any indication to the Wachters killing Leo Delisnia was inside of the genealogy, but there's nothing that concretely proves that the bones that you took are truthfully Delisnia's.
Isn't there a way to like find that out using magic?
If I use identify, will it tell me?
Identify works up for magical properties. So, if the bones have magical properties to them, absolutely. Otherwise, you would want a spell that's like legend lore, I believe is the name of the spell. There's some spells that can do it, but it's your guys' level. It's out of your league.
Do I sense any arcana on the bones?
No, nothing. And the fact that they put them inside of a lead box
We got rid of the age.
is good enough in the sense that you know that whoever put these bones in this box just never wanted it to have been like scryed upon or located. So it was designed to protect it from divination, and that provides a reasonable level of suspicion that these are the bones that that you allege them to be. But
Does the
you
priest?
have a risky gamble.
Can the priest? Does the priest know any spells?
That is a very good question.
He ain't that strong.
Okay, fuck. Scratch the Burgermaster.
He's been around.
Okay, all right. I've got two plans.
Strong.
I've got to go speak to the priest, and we've got to find a jester. There's been a strange jester around town. We might be able to learn a thing from him or two. How about I'll go to the priest, as I've already got a repertoire with him. We've spoken before.
Different priest.
Oh, a different priest?
Yeah, this is not the same priest as Barovia.
God,
Okay.
But they
how
know
about-
you, right? Can't you call a favor and like phone a friend? Like, hey, he owes me a favor, dog.
Katre, what class are you?
A wizard.
He's a wizard.
A wizard, Harry. A wizard.
Omar, what class are you?
Paladin.
How did you guys forget this?
I'm sorry.
I'm a barbarian.
I know
Okay.
The fuck you are.
Helena, would you like to come to the temple with me, and we can speak to the priest, and they can look for that jester?
Well, didn't they say the jester was at the toy shop?
Yes,
So
but
shouldn't we go there?
I'm saying I'd like to split up and get two done at once. But we can all go together. It's all right.
I'll go with you. I mean, they can look for. Wait, so are they going to be looking for the jester, or are we looking for him?
I wanted you to come along with me to find the priest. As you're a paladin, you might know a thing or two about his holiness.
Sure, but not all paladins are the same.
Yes, but you might be. You're more inclined than I. I know nothing. I just. You'd be better than the two schmucks over there. That's what I'm trying to say, Helena.
Hey, he wasn't pointing to us, was he?
No, I heard that.
You don't know that.
I whispered that.
So you didn't gesture at all, did you?
I didn't gesture. I just whispered. Well, my head leaned in. My head leaned in. So that's kind of a gesture, I guess, right?
He heard it. Jude heard it.
No, let me roll it. Let me roll a deception check, Ethan. It's quiet. I'm being quiet.
It's already a
Or
fireball.
stealth.
I swear I would have heard
No,
it.
dude.
Drunk here.
No, dude. I whispered.
Also, you called me an imbecile, but I'm the smartest person in the party.
Roll a.
Are you?
I'll allow you to roll a deception roll.
Should
Should I roll deception or stealth?
It would be deception.
Okay. Oh, nice. I don't even know why I was asking. Deception is way better for me. 22.
And then when you guys are back, you go sign out. A demon is not leaving.
37.
Cat. Cat. Oh, you lose. You lose. You lose. You lose. You lose. You
So
lost.
so just to confirm, we're gonna have Romulus and Helena go to St. Angel's Church, and we're gonna have Jude and Dima go to Blinsky.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have one person from each group go ahead and roll an initiative roll for me, so we can decide who goes first. I'll let you guys pick out of the two of you who's going to do it.
You
Roll,
roll.
roll.
Oh.
You roll. My initiative sucks.
Oh.
Morty.
Oh. No, you
What'd you
did
get? What'd you get, Katre?
Yeah, but you got
Wait, what did you get?
How about you look at Discord?
No, we can't do. We're on a phone.
Yeah.
No, the screen.
No, you're gonna screw up this.
Oh no.
Yep, there you go.
I got a nat 20, baby. What do you got on that?
I got a nat 21, dude.
What?
Yeah, it based off high score, not whether or not you roll nat. So who?
I got a
22.
15.
You got a 15?
Yeah.
Okay. Versus your natural 20 plus bonuses. So we'll start with St. Angel's Church. So you guys split up and head into two different sides of Velaki. We'll go first to St. Andrew's. Just a reminder that there's no daytime in Barovia. It's kind of
Oh, I forgot.
it's a mixture of less dark and darker.
It's like Gotham.
Exactly. As you arrive at St. Andrew's Church, you see this slouching, centuries-old stone church that has a bulging steeple in the back and walls that are lined with cracked and stained glass windows that are depicting a pious saint. There's a fence of wrought iron that encloses a garden of gravestones that's next to the church, and then a very thin layer of mist that creeps among the graves. You see iconography across the temple, or across the steeple of the church, that indicates that the church is similarly dedicated to Lathander, the Morning Lord, in the same way that the one in Barovia was, and named after one of his many saints. You arrive and you see a man outside who has this furrowed brow, seems quite angry, and tends to the ground. He's digging a grave currently with a casket next to it. He seems angry and frustrated. He's a lot younger, with kind of black hair that goes down to his ears. He looks to be an aging man, probably like young, maybe like 19. Like he's young. He's in the midst of aging. But he just looks angry. He looks mad and upset and frustrated. And he's like muttering to himself. So like as you're walking past, like, all will be well. And he's basically stabs the ground with the shovel. He's like, all will be well, my ass. To dust everyone comes from, to dust everyone goes. It's all pointless and stupid. And fuck. And he's like just digging at the ground. He's just frustrated.
Ethan's really getting into the 19-year-old character right now. Just frustrated at the world.
You guys kind of walk past him and can see the church. It has several people in there already, kind of going through some start of the day prayers, and they're being led by Father Lucian Petrovich, who is a bald man, human male, and he kind of looks across his congregation, the like 4 or 5 people that are here currently. He's probably in his early 30s, which is incredibly young for men of the cloth. Most of the time, you kind of disciple for decades before you get the opportunity to really be a shepherd or a priest or a lead somewhere. And so, he's kind of sits down with someone and goes, "Do not worry, all things will be okay. The Morning Lord watches all and cares deeply for the lives of those who love him. And surely the Devil Strahd will not get through these walls and will not crack a stone or a mural. For Saint Andrew watches over us with a fervent fire of morning and of brightness, and one day we too will be blessed with the first morning rays of sunshine." And he kind of wraps up those prayers and kind of sees you guys as you're walking in. His eyes draw immediately to Helena, who comes in, kind of armored and has the appearance of a holy knight to her. And he kind of like looks around a little bit as she's walking in.
Weirdo.
Quickly turns to someone and goes, kind of speaks to them very quickly, and you can see is kind of like speaking, and then it appears as if it's like a gesture to leave. And he kind of like, as you guys are walking up to him, he kind of does that very quickly with the few people that are here, and everyone kind of gets this suspicious kind of like look back between you two and him before they quickly leave. And after that happens, he looks at you and he makes kind of like this religious sign of Lathander, and my prayers have been answered. Oh, praise be his morning light. The dawn has come. You don't understand how happy I am to see someone like you. And he walks straight up to Helena.
Okay.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, priest, but we're here. I'm sorry. What was your name again? I don't mean to be disrespectful.
Father Lucian Petrovich.
Father Lucian, Father Petrovich. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but we come here together.
Yes, and he kind of gives you an eye. But surely the answer to my prayers stands before me in her. And looks at you. You must be here to help. We need your help.
But we need your help, Father.
With what? What do you need help with?
And kind of looks behind you to make sure the last of the people have left. And when they're like currently walking out. And the door closes and he goes, "The land that we stand upon used to be hollowed ground, protected by the bones of the Saint Andrew himself. A couple nights ago, someone had broken in and stolen them, and it has removed the Morning Lord's sacred protection over these lands. And there was an attack the other night, 2 nights ago to be exact. Denizens of the dark, wolves, bats."
Are they talking about you guys?
And they most people don't know. No one was killed. No one was harmed. No one was here. And I only believe it to be a warning by Strahd, to letting me know that he is well aware that the bones have been stolen. And the land is no longer protected. And that concerns me deeply.
Is he talking about the bones that we stole?
That is a very good question. That is a very good question. You found bones. So he looks, for the longest, as far as I've been here, the bones of Saint Andro himself have been laid to rest here, and his remains are themselves a holy catalyst for the power of the Morning Lord to cast protection on this church and the lands that it stands upon. It hallowed the entire land. Not one denizen of darkness could stand upon it. It was a haven, a refuge, especially in times of great need. And now that the bones have been missing, I cannot protect my people. Look,
when did they go missing?
just a couple nights ago. When you came in, did you oversee a boy, a young man would be a better term, angry, youthful?
Yes, the gravekeeper.
Yes, the gravekeeper. His name is Milivosh. And Milivosh, I think he did it. And I don't want to ruin the festival. We have the festival coming up, the Festival of the Blazing Sun. It's going to be any day now. And I didn't want to distress the people, because people understand this land is safe and that it is protected. But he has some hatred for the Burgomaster that I've never known or understood. And yet, he's the only one that knows where those bones were. In my eyes, he's the only person that could have stolen them. But he's a lot younger than me, yes, but he's far more physically capable than I am. I fear to bring it up to him, concerned that great harm will come to me. I implore you, my holy madam, for all that is blessed, and for all that you are a prayer answered. Help us, please. I beg of you. I implore you.
No words.
Give me one moment to speak with my colleague.
No.
I'm going to turn to Romulus. Look, we can help him, and then in return, maybe he can help us.
Yeah, I guess that we don't have much. Yeah, sure.
I mean, he really doesn't have a choice either.
You're the hero here. He wants you to talk to him.
Ugh. I'm going to turn back to the priest. We've agreed to help you.
Oh, Morning Lord, your faithfulness endures. Oh, you do not forsake me. Thank you.
Show us where the bones were stored. We might be able to look for clues.
Right this way. And he goes ahead and takes you behind the main altar, where there's like a side room. And when he enters that room, there's a small stairwell that descends down underneath the actual chapel itself. He takes you down there, and there's a door that has an iron lock on it. He goes ahead and unlocks that door. And upon taking off the padlock, he opens it up and brings you in. And it's basically just like a small... It's like a mausoleum room. Like, it's a small burial room where it's evident that there was a sarcophagus here that would have contained, well, not a sarcophagus, a coffin, or more of like a fancy like stone coffin, and it seems that it has been open. It's a pretty barren room despite that.
Oh.
The reason why I think that it is Milivosh that took it is because the padlock was not broken when I had uncovered that the bones had been missing. And he is the only person that has a key, besides me, So unless he lent it to someone,
Can I check the keyhole for any like cracks or like disturbances?
that's a really good question. Go ahead and make a
Yeah, because I
investigation
feel
check.
like someone might have.
And I'm gonna go ahead and give you advantage because you're incredibly specific on what you're trying to look for.
Cool.
Now you're looking for little notches and nicks that indicate that someone was using instruments against it. I like that.
You said that you and that child were the only ones that knew where the bones were, or you were the only ones that had access to it?
To my knowledge, both.
Okay.
Um,
Because I really don't want to accuse a child of a crime.
Listen, I understand your plight. I've shared in that trouble for 2 days now. I do not like my suspicion, but I cannot help but feel that it had to have been him.
Has his demeanor or anything changed in the last couple days?
Slightly, but I chopped it up to the festival. The Burgomaster takes an opportunity to let the people know that all will be well. It is like a big part of the festival where it's designed to uplift the spirit, improve morale, and help nourish and nurture the hearts and souls of the Valachians. But he keeps muttering that phrase. Milovaj keeps muttering, all will be well, but it is mocking. It is evident that he is upset about it, pissed off for something, which I do not know.
I got a 15.
A 15. You do see that there are a couple scratches on the padlock, but they don't give you the indication that those scratches are coming from thieves' tools, lockpicks, whatever it may be. They indicate when people try to open a door and they miss the keyhole with a key, and so they scrape the lock. So it looks like some people have tried to open this with the key, but they miss, and so that's natural. That's like natural and pretty common. That normally doesn't provide a lot of suspicion. Nothing on the inside that indicates someone was forcibly trying to break it open or get through and slipped up or anything like that. Looks pretty clean, which adds to the belief or the suspicion that Milovaj used the key and just got in, if he did truly steal it.
What happens if I put the bones from the bones that we stole inside of there, or I give it to him as like the
Probably
rightful?
nothing.
It's a great question.
Dude, I feel like some fucked up shit would happen if we did that.
Yeah, I don't want to try that. Where does the child reside?
As far as I know, I think he lives in a small house with his sister. He works hard. I do my best to pay him so that he can afford to take care of her, but this is not really a profitable place to be at.
I understand.
I believe that Milovaj is all talk, but to you, at least, there's no doubt in my mind that if you were to go up to the boy and confront him, that you would get the truth out of him rather quickly if he did truly steal it. My concern is for me, because he's temperamental and he could easily take me in a fight if it got violent. I hope to God it never would get to that, but I mean, against the two of you, that he would not be able to do anything.
Do you know of his sister's name?
To be honest, he doesn't talk about her. I've tried. He's pretty secretive about his personal life, at least. He just always says that he wants to work hard for her and make sure that she's taken care of.
All right. Well, I think we have all the information we need. Romulus, if you want to help me outside to convince this child, convince the boy.
I can try my best.
You guys go ahead and walk outside, and Lucian Petrovich is like, thank you, and like giving you that exasperated, like relieved gratitude. Locks up the bone rooms, what we'll call it, for lack of a better term, not to be confused with another type of bone room. And you head upstairs and head outside and see Milivoj is currently now getting ready to now cover the coffin that he had just been digging the grave for. And as he's putting the dirt onto it, he kind of looks at you and goes, "What?" and kind of slams just impaling the ground with the shovel, picks up the dirt and throws it on. It's like, "Wait, you guys didn't get enough death? You gotta watch me cover up this coffin?"
Rude. You seem troubled.
Seem troubled? How many people my age do you know have to dig holes for people who are dead? What is even worth it anyways? The dead are dead. Burn them and leave it to be for the next one. We have room and time. We could be doing something better than this. Tosses it over and keeps digging through.
So you say that, but yet you keep digging.
I have to make money. I have to earn something. I have people that depend on me. And so unfortunately, this is the best I could get.
Well, you're young. I'm sure you have lots of side work where you earn some extra money.
If that side work was available, don't you think I'd try to make it my main work?
Well, I don't know. Maybe the Wagner's request aid or something. You know, there's quite some wealthy
Those
people out here.
pretentious assholes don't request anything. They look down on all of us. And he spits on the ground. I spit on the name of all of those all the Wachters. Their sons are drunks. All
Their
of them.
sons are quite obnoxious.
You spit on his grave.
Yeah, did he
you,
spit on someone's grave, or was it next to
Off
it,
to the
actually?
side. Yeah, off to the side.
Did you happen to see anyone who might have messed with the bones over there?
What bones?
Well, I mean,
bones
you're the
of,
grave master. You would have messed with them,
yeah.
right?
The
I think
bones
I
of the
said it.
saint. You know, you have a key, and so does the father.
Bones of the saint.
Somehow it was
I haven't seen
stolen.
The bones. I haven't seen them. Stolen? Bones of the saint. Stolen? Ah,
I'd like to insight that.
go for it.
Yeah, me too.
Insight is wisdom?
Yeah,
It is.
I got an unnatural 20.
17.
17. This is his body posture and his mannerisms betray his nervousness. He is shocked that someone's confronting him about this, and you get the impression that he definitely knows something, and is trying to play it off as if he's just now learning about it, but he's doing it poorly because of his nervousness. Stolen? Who stole them?
I'm going...
Wait, hold on. I want to smile at him, and I want to walk up to him. Son, I'm going to be honest with you. Don't try to bullshit us. I'm gonna take the take the shovel out of his hands.
When Helena says and does that, I'm gonna take a step forward with her.
Okay.
As like a certain...
Make an intimidation check for me, please. And I'm going to lower the DC that you would need due to the assistance.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. He begins to sweat. You can see it. You can see the sweat, the nervousness kind of begin to crest his brow, and he kind of wipes it for a second and kind of looks around, and you get the impression that he's looking as if he's about to bolt. And he's like looking for a way to do that.
So as he's doing that, I'm gonna throw the shovel,
Mhm.
and then I'm just gonna gently put my hand on his shoulder. But when I place it on his shoulder, it's a pretty firm grip.
Yeah. So when your gauntleted hand kind of grabs onto his shoulder, he breaks, and he's like, "Listen, it wasn't me. It was me, but it wasn't really me. The coffin maker wanted the bones. He gave me a good amount of money for them. Listen, I have I have 2 younger brothers and 3 sisters that need to be fed, and it is so hard to do it off of the money I make here. Okay, I only did what I thought was good for me. I didn't know that the church was going to get attacked. Surely you must understand. I had no clue that after I took those bones, that the whole church was going to get attacked by wolves and bats, not a day after. And I'm so grateful that no one got hurt. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if it had killed someone. But the coffin maker, Vandervoort, he was the one, he paid a large sum of gold for it. Please, I beg, mercy, mercy.
I'm gonna grab him by the back of his t-shirt or his shirt.
Why? I don't want to bully this kid even more. He's literally
I'm not gonna
just-
pick him up. I'm not very strong, but like just to like
Yeah, I got you.
Have
I got
that-
you. It keeps the
yeah.
pressure up. I got you.
yeah. And I'm going to look at you, Helena, and I'm gonna say, well, the only thing we can do now is have the words speak to the priest himself.
I agree. I think you should confess your sins to the Father and let him know that we are searching for the bones that you had stolen. Go.
You are the victim here. You don't worry. Coming clean is doing good, and I believe that the priest is a good man, and if he hears your story, he'll understand.
Fuck! And he gives this, like, angsty, just, like, exclamation. Fine.
Oh, you did it.
And he picks himself up and he turns back to the church. And he goes to walk in.
All right, well, I guess we'll follow behind him, right, Omar?
Yeah. Because after he apologizes, I want to ask him about where the coffin maker is.
Okay.
And who it
to,
is.
to kind of wrap that whole thing up, he goes inside and he confesses to Father Petrovich, who kind of gives the response of, like, I suspected, and I asked these people to assist. And you're right, he's incredibly merciful in the fact that he understands the pressure that Milovaj must be under, having to need to be able to take care of 5 of his younger siblings. It's such a load to put on someone. And that provided the room for the temptation of doing whatever it was that he did. But because no one's been harmed and no one's been killed, there's a chance to make things right and to repent, basically, of this sin that he's committed. They give you the directions to Henrik Vandervoort's place. He's the local coffin maker that St. Andrew gets all their coffins from.
What was his last name?
It is Vandervoort. So Vandeer, those are 2 different words. And then Voort is Voort. Henrik Vandervoort. You guys think to yourself that this would definitely be something good to grab the remainder of your party before thoroughly investigating, because anyone who had the foreknowledge to remove a holy icon, a holy venerated remains of a saint that hollowed the ground around it, definitely has some link indication towards Strahd knowing about this or something like that. It's definitely something that you would probably want your companions to assist you with, so that, you know, worst comes to shove, you guys will be fine. But this is definitely something you need them for.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
So you guys go ahead and head off. And now back to Dima and Jude, going over to Blinsky's toy shop. Let's go ahead and turn over to Blinsky, my fun little guys. Let's see what we got going on over here. So, you guys walk throughout the town and make your way over to Blinsky's Toys. And when you arrive there, you see this cramped shop that has a dark entrance portico. And above, there's a sign, a wooden sign, that's shaped like a rocking horse with a letter B engraved on both sides. Flanking the entrance are 2 arched, lead-framed windows, and through the dirty glass you see jumbled displays of toys and hanging placards that bear the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
I remember no fun things. It's no fun. It's no Blinsky. I say that, and then I want to walk in.
Yeah, you guys walk in, and you hear the sound and chatter and chirps of different toys that are making noise inside of the shop. As you guys walk in, he's a bigger guy, a little bit of a bigger guy. He's younger, so he's got a beard, or it's kind of just facial hair that goes around his mouth, but kind of keeps close to the skin. So it's a bit, it's a mustache that goes to a goatee. He is wearing, surprisingly enough, this man is wearing jester-like clothing, like explicitly jester-like clothing with the jangling bells that are on the top of the hat. He's got a miscolored set of clothes where it's like the collar is like blue and green, and then the shirt is blue and green, and it alternates in that jester-like pattern. And he's got a monkey on his shoulder, a little monkey, and he's wearing, he's got this moth-eaten, jester's hat on, and as you guys kind of walk through, he goes, "Oh, welcome. You know what they always say, is no fun, is no Blinsky. Welcome to Get Up Blinsky's Shop of Toys and Wonders. I am a wizard of tiny wonders, that of toys, fun, enjoyment, and musical, and things of all the sort. Welcome. How may I help you?" The monkey's like chirping on his shoulder.
I'm just gonna be kind of looking around at all his little trinkets and stuff, and no, just browsing for right now, my friend. But
surely,
no
if you need, and he interrupts you. It's like, surely, if you need anything that's on the top shelves or things that are out of reach, you let Gandalf know, and Piccolo, and he points to the monkey, Piccolo will go and grab it for you. Okay? But remember, it's no fun, it's no Blinsky. Okay?
Do I see anything that would remind me of Dima's sister?
Make a investigation check.
It's 11.
There's nothing in here that kind of catches your attention, but you're kind of looking around a little bit. You can see, for you, Jude, as he's kind of wandering a bit, as Dima is, Blinsky looks at you and goes, "So, friends, welcome. The House of Blinsky is where happiness and smiles can be bought at bargain prices. Perhaps you know a little child in need of joy, a little toy for girl or boy."
You say anything?
You
don't say anything?
Here, he puts a finger out and goes, "You are a hard sell. I understand. Let me show you what I have, okay?" And he goes and brings you over to a shelf, and he pulls this doll, okay? It's a headless doll that comes with a sack of attachable heads, including one with its eyes and mouth stitched shut. This doll gives you so much versatility, variety, uniqueness, and hits every type of playstyle, from fun, and he points out a head that's like, to dark and mysterious, and it's the one with the eyes and mouth stitched shut.
Holy moly. That's a kid's toy, alright.
How much is this doll?
This? Only 9 copper pieces.
I buy it.
You buy it?
Yeah.
Okay, he takes your money and goes, "You, my friend, understand pure joy. Let me show you a couple more things I have on my stand." He brings up to another toy.
Does he get paid commission or what?
It's a miniature set of gallows. It's a miniature set of gallows, complete with a trap door and a weighted hanged man. It is basically a toy rendition of hanging people.
Wait, did the gallows fit the doll that he got?
Huh?
Does the doll that he just got fit into the gallows?
No, the gallows has its own piece in there, and it's weighted so that it drops down when the trapdoor opens.
But he couldn't.
That's so messed up.
And he shows you. He goes, "This is. There's so many people whose little boys love to grow up to be executioner, and this toy helps them navigate those desires." He kind of looks at you as you're looking at it, and it's a little macabre. And so he looks at you and goes, "You know what? maybe this one's not for you. My apologies. You looked at the doll. Let's go find another doll. And so he pulls out this set of wooden nesting dolls in which the smaller each one gets, the older the doll appears, until the innermost doll appears to be a mummified corpse. Like it's like a little sack body.
It's just a cocoon.
The doll? It's no fun, no Blinsky. It's
You know-
fun, yeah? You think,
I'll-
how is the doll? Why is the doll getting older? Oh, because that is what we do. We don't get any younger, so we get a lot older. You see, I made the toy realistic. It's funny. It's funny. You're a hard sell. You don't look amused. Okay, no problem. This Blinsky problem, not you. He brings you over to like these little puppets, and it's a wood and string mobile of hanging bats with flapping wings. Yeah, bats, you can flutter them all over the place, and he's like playing with them and like showing you how they flutter around. And he's like, okay, maybe bats in Barovia is not for you. That's fine. He brings you over. Hold on one second. There's this whole entourage. He's not done. He brings you over to this wind-up musical merry-go-round, and there's figures of snarling wolves that are chasing children in place of prancing horses. You've seen merry-go-rounds to some degree in the city of Waterdeep. Like, there's this idea, this carnival thing where they'll put it on this large wooden rotating disc, and a couple of the carnival attendants will spin it for the small children. It's designed to give them joy. There's no automation, so there's no machines. So it's manual, and you're like, this is fucked up, like looking at it. And he kind of looks at you and he goes, I think this one maybe not. Okay, no problem. I got two more. Okay, I show you together. You pick if the either two are your favorite. Okay. So the first one he brings out is this ventriloquist dummy that looks like Strahd von Zartovich, and he goes, so many people they look at Strahd von Zartovich, and they go, what would it be like to speak with him, to talk to him in a way that not terrified? Well, this helps children not to be afraid of Strahd. And then the next one is a doll that looks remarkably like Irina Poliana. And so it carries the physical features of Helena Greystone, but because the hair's different, it's a lot longer, it looks like Irina. And this one just a doll I made.
I purchased both of them.
They are 9 copper. Sorry, they're 9. These two are 9 silver pieces together.
I'll give them 2 gold coins.
Wow. Okay.
As he does that, I want to push a shelf over.
You push a shelf over. Really?
Yeah, but I want to do it discreetly. Like I want to play it off like it was an accident.
Make a sleight of hand roll at disadvantage.
Oh man, dude! But he was distracted the whole time.
I'm aware. He is a monkey.
It's no fun. It's no Blinsky, man. It's sleight of hand gone.
Mm-hmm.
No, look, it's on the thing. No,
Look.
No, it's fine. Because sleight of hand is dex, so
It's fine. It's fine. Because it's a 19.
A 19. With a large crash and the clatter of toys of wooden trains and planes. Well, not planes, because planes wouldn't be a thing, and not trains, because trains wouldn't be a thing, but things like that, like wooden wagons and wooden carts now suddenly fall onto the ground, and Blinsky goes, oh, my friend!
I go, ah!
And he runs over and he goes, oh, what did you do to my toys? And he pulls he's starting to pull the thing up.
Wait, but as I fall, I want to hold up the one toy that's in my hand, and I want to hold it in the air so that it takes no damage.
Okay.
Nice.
And he starts to like pick up the whole and he puts the shelf back up.
I help him. Oh, I'm so
Hey,
sorry.
you help him, and he's like, oh, what? You must be careful, my friend. You cannot. The shelves, don't break them.
I hold the toy bag up and I just go, but my friend, Blinsky, too fun.
Oh, I'm glad that my toys bring so much enjoyment for you, that they cause you to enjoy the novelty of fun and life.
I'll take this one, my friend.
It
And
is
I want
a bit
to.
good. Yeah, that one will be 3 copper pieces.
I'll pay him double. I say, I'm sorry again. I'm sorry, my friend. Blinsky, too fun. I like this shop.
You two are my best paying customers. Is there anything I could do to help you? Do you need a free toy on site?
Well, I've been in Barovia a long time, but my friend here is visiting. I think he's got some things that maybe you'll help him with, and then we help you some more. Man.
We'll see.
While he points at me, I have the ventriloquist of Strahd. I'm not paying attention to you guys anymore.
Oh, okay.
You see me moving Strahd's mouth, and I'm.
Hey, Jude, and I'm gonna snap at you, Jude.
You see the Strahd head turns over and is like, what?
Not you, Strahd. Jude. Point at Jude. My friend. He wants to know how we can help him because we have such great customers here. So could you tell him why we are here? Maybe because I'm just from Barovia. I don't know. You're a mysterious man from Motherland.
I didn't know why.
Oh gosh, man.
I saw toys, and I didn't have toys as a kid, but I wanted some.
You notice Dima kind of sweats a little. He's like, really? And then he kind of like has this moment like, fine.
Plus, if I give this Irina doll to Irina, she might be.
Yeah. That is it. I'm gonna go over to Jude, and I'm gonna grab the Strahd ventriloquist dummy.
No.
And I'm gonna grab it by the neck, and I'm gonna walk it back
You grab the little toy by the neck, and the little ragdoll toy kind of like clutters and clangs like Pinocchio. Just.
I'm gonna walk.
Strahd.
I'm gonna walk back over to the shop owner, and I'm gonna say, "Now you sell these toys to help the children not be afraid of Strahd, correct? But
Yes?
would you say that even as adult men that you might be afraid of Strahd?"
My friend, there's not too many people in this land who are not afraid of that man. And that is why I do what I can to make sure that those who come after me are less afraid than I am.
Rest assured that we will never come after you, but would you say that the removal of Strahd may be beneficial for the people of Barovia? There's no fun, there's no Blinsky, of course, my friend. Yeah,
There's no fun, there's no Blinsky, is what I'm saying.
There is no listen, but if it was no listen, then what would mouth might say, my friend?
If
Insight.
If mouth no speak, then there's something I could potentially think of. There's a festival coming up. I'm sure you've heard of it. Festival the Blazing Sun. The Burgomaster has declared that any who speak ill of the festivals that we have here are to be declared by the Burgomaster to be in league with the Devil Strahd and arrested for wishing the downfall of the people.
Alright, cool. When he says that, I want to throw the Strahd ventriloquist to the floor. And throw it
And it
I will pick it up.
No, don't do it.
He uses his right hand man, Izek Strasny, who has a history of violence. That fiendish man. He was cursed at birth. Is the best way to say it. Because of it, he's been. Rumor has it that his mother had whored herself out to the devils, and that he is changed because of it. He ensures that fear runs through the hearts of the men and women of this town to ensure that none go to the Devil's Strahd. There's not one. He ensures that is a worse option to go to Strahd than to not. However, I've noticed in the Burgomaster's mansion occasionally these purple flashes of light that have emanated from the attic.
What?
No,
Sorry, I don't. Sorry.
I don't know what they are, but there's a part of it that doesn't sit well with me. It's weird. And
I've
he-
done any
all
proof
that I
of
know of the man is that he wants to make sure that no one is in league with the Devil's Strahd, and yet it seems wrong. Something about it just feels weird. It could be harmless, but it feels weird. And that, and we take into consideration that Voloki has endured at least one festival every week for the past several years. Last week was the Wolf Head Jamboree. And the Volokians believe that the festivals keep the Devil's Strahd at bay, and others think that they're just distractions.
What do you believe, my friend? And I want to, because of his silence, I want to scooch in a little closer and say that, it would seem that you agree with the latter, no?
I'm concerned. We had a traveling man. His name Retovio. He showed up the other day. Has a wagon. It groused you, that wagon. What is that about? I do not know. And then I heard some of them slimy. I heard the slimy Vistani have camped somewhere on the southwestern edge of town.
Rigged. Did he happen to say where he could be found at if one was looking to purchase his wares?
I think he left his wagon at the stockyard at Arasex stockyard.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, and then the Vistani are somewhere on this. From what people said, off the old Svalis road west of the town, that they've encamped. The rumor has it that there are Vistani just outside the doors. And if that is true, how much farther away is Strahd? That is concerned. I mean, who asked these questions? Surely no one. I asked these questions. They say, "Oh, Blinsky, you a fool. Oh, Blinsky, you think crazy." I say, no, Blinsky asked good question, and Blinsky gets called crazy because Blinsky asked good question.
My friend, I think do Blinsky love Barovia, my friend?
I love Barovia with every fiber of my being, but this Devil Strahd is a problem.
I would agree.
And yet
I'm going-
everyone's so sad. Depressing.
Does Dima know if this guy has a family, or can I tell based on
Oh,
context?
he definitely seems like he's a loner.
He does?
Yeah. He basically is giving off the impression of like the Volokian conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. Okay. Then never mind what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna nod. Dot, my friend. Dot.
Yeah. But Blinsky, no fun.
Well, Blinsky was very fun today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. You pay well. I appreciate. If you need help with anything, and I can help you, do not hesitate to come find me. I will do what I can.
We will remember you when Barovia is freed from these dark clutches.
If I ever see the day, I will make a toy in your honor.
Barovia, they say. Sorry, this is out of character, real quick. Barovia, they recognize Lathander, right? Or is it a different name?
That seems to be, yeah. Lathander seems to be the predominant god that is worshipped, if any worship. Most don't. So it's like the few and far that do seem to pray to the only faith that has found its way here, which is Lathander.
Well, then in that case, then what I will say is then, may Lathander protect you, my friend. And then we'll turn and leave. Or I'll turn and leave, I guess.
Jude picks up his toy.
100%. You really are going to bring the ventriloquist down?
Yeah, it's not
Gosh,
leaving
man.
my hand for a while.
Alright, well, once we get out of the door, though, I kind of want to clip to Jude. Like, that guy is so dead. Like, Strahd knows we talked to him. He's so dead. Oh, gosh. Yeah, Strahd knows we talked to him. He's very dead. He's very dead. We have to hurry now. We have to move soon after the first of all, and then we go. Otherwise, we all die.
You know, most people pet monkeys.
Most people don't live in Barovia, so listen to me or you will die, my friend. Come on, let's go. And then I want to...
What?
You guys hurry your way over to the town square where you're going to meet up with Helena and Romulus, and you do. You meet up with them, and as you guys are in the town square, the shops and the homes that enclose the town square are decorated with limp, tattered garlands and painted wooden boxes that are filled with tiny dead flowers. At the north end of the square stands a row of stocks. Okay, stocks are like the medieval, like where people would be put in those wooden like frames, where it's like to leave them out.
And I thought you were going to give me a bunch of
So
natives.
at the north end of the square stands a row of stocks, locked in which are several men, women, and children, all wearing crude plaster donkey heads. In the center of the square, peasants in patchwork clothes eye you suspiciously as they use cups and vases to draw water from a crumbling stone fountain. Standing tall at the center of the fountain is a gray statue of an impressive man facing west. All around the square are posted proclamations. They read, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year." In all caps, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendants and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well, the Baron. Now, it seems to be that the Wolf's Head Jamboree has already occurred, making the square's proclamations to be out of date. As you guys start to reconvene and approach and kind of say, say hello, you can't help but notice a small gathering of guards and another individual who walks amongst them, who I'm going to grab the description of him just real quick so I can describe him for you guys.
Chopping block, man. Where's all those bags?
So he appears to be a bald-headed man, stern face. Like he looks like a killer. He wears a pelted cloak that overstands his studded leather armor, and he has this large battle axe that's strapped across his side, and his right arm is immediately noticeable because of how monstrously deformed it is. It's clawed and like it's bigger. It's noticeably a bit bigger than his left arm, and the nails end in these large black claws. And that he's got gripping onto his battle axe at the current moment, like holding onto the side. He has this big claw holding onto it. And he has several guards who are going and removing these old proclamations and then posting up new ones that read, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year. The festival of the blazing sun. Attendants and children required. Rain or shine. All will be well, the Baron."
We're not going to get to go to the wine. Okay.
A couple of people come by with a small pouch of rotten tomatoes and begin hurling it at the donkey plastered headed people who are stocked currently, laughing at them.
Jeez.
You can see the general sentiment is that these they get yelled at for being like negative, for being unhappy and ruining the peace. So there's this like malicious unhappiness that they're being like societally, like town-wise, shamed for and punished.
That's a dystopian. The heck? What the heck, dude? In my D&D? I mean, we just observe it, right? Do I have to? I don't really want to do anything. I'm kind of freaked out right now.
Does anyone look like they're in charge?
Yeah, the guy with the battle axe.
Oh yeah, never mind. I don't know. Talking to that guy. Wait, is there maybe like another guard that's like not near the group that I might be able to talk to?
Make a perception roll.
Like, I want them to be part of the group, but like kind of like maybe a little bit distance away from them.
Okay.
Or gamble, I know. Yeah, good.
You said perception?
Good luck. Yeah, right.
I got a 5.
No.
Too many people.
Not enough people, honestly.
I am though. Is there any kind of like posted bulletin or anything that says like why the specific people are in stocks, or it's literally just
if you walk up to the stocks, there's actually a postage that's there that basically has them marked as being arrested for malicious unhappiness. Specifically, they're being charged for spreading negative opinions and false rumors about the upcoming festival of the Blazing Sun. Therefore, being charged with malicious unhappiness. And their crime is to be stalked until the festival and to be ridiculed by the public. Each of the stocks is secured by an iron padlock.
malicious.
The postage does say that to free or attempt to free any of the stalked individuals is a crime in and of itself and is punishable.
What are the
Yeah.
initiations of this donkey?
Does Dima know? Does he have any prior understanding of what malicious unhappiness is in Barovia?
You would know about it. It's mostly in Vallaki, and the burgomaster basically concocted this whole crime that
Does he have a secret that looks for these people? Or?
malicious unhappiness, from your experience in Vallaki, is that the burgomaster just crafted this crime out of nowhere to punish people who spoke against the things that he has done. Specifically when it pertains to the festivals. So if people are upset that the festivals cost too much money, malicious unhappiness. If people are upset that the festivals seem weird or out of place or unuseful, inefficient, malicious unhappiness. And it helps paint this us versus Strahd mentality that reinforces Strahd wants us to not be well, so all things that want us to not be well are from Strahd. It basically makes it to where all bad things come from Strahd. But it hurts a lot of people who are just this festival sucked, or this festival cost us money. We could have spent that elsewhere. So it's a tough one.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Facts.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really know what to do other than just watch right now.
So you guys take the opportunity then to kind of go ahead and run over the things that you've just done. So talking to Blinsky and getting just a bit of information. You show off to Helena and Romulus the toys that you bought, which are macabre in and of itself, especially the one that looks like Irina Kolyana. And to the same degree looks just like Helena Grayson, minus having longer hair, whereas Helena has shorter hair. Is picture perfect, pretty much exactly like her. It's incredibly off-putting, because in order for a toy to have been made to this degree, your only assumption is that someone that knows of Irina put in the requisition order for it, or Irina herself was there when it was made.
Yeah, that's freaky.
And then you guys went and told Jude and Dima about the theft of the bones of St. Angel at St. Angel's Church, and about how Milovaj had confessed that he had given them away to the local coffin maker, Henrik Vandervoort. Upon learning that you guys have a potential location to go, Henrik Vandervoort, to try to help with finding these bones, then that's when Dima and Jude had then explained back, we figured out who this traveling jester is. His name's Rictavio. We can find him at the RSX stockyard. So next week, so this is where we'll end tonight's session. Next session, we'll be able to pick up with deciding which of these two things you think would be a bit more prudent to do first, or if you wanted to get the one that you felt you needed to get out of the way done first, you can do that. But it'll allow you guys to band together and work through these tasks throughout the remainder of this second day, before you're then left with your third full day before the festival. So you have one full day after next session, because next session will probably take us up all this stuff.
I like that we both. Very cool.
So with that being said,
and there was honestly a lot that freaking went down tonight, though.
with that being said, thank you guys so much for another great session of
thank
the Curse of Strahd as we go through this 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons adventure. We hope that you guys enjoyed the journey. If you did today, again, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, as well as drop in the comments something you enjoyed. Let us know the moments that you like to see and that you want to see more of. Also, tell me how bad of a DM I am. I'm fine with that, bro. Roast me savagely and drop that in the comments, and I'll tell you how right you are in my response to you. So, with all love and fun, drop a comment, let us know what you like, what you dislike, and give us some feedback. If you want to give us some feedback, I'm cool with that too. But like the video, and then subscribe to the channel because we want to grow. So thank you guys. We appreciate you. We hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and we will catch you guys in the next one.
And remember, he's our DM.
So be nice.
I'll be your DM too, viewer. Have a great week, guys.